Graduates, you've made a noble choice to lead a life of service. You also shoulder a great privilege and a mighty responsibility. Class of 2023, you've been trained to lead, to set an example of your leadership for others. You've been given a skill set to think clearly, make strategic decisions, and do what is right under pressure. You've earned the trust and respect of your fellow cadets and your instructors. You are the very embodiment of American military excellence. You are ready for anything. Let us hear this one more time. Class 2023. In this debate, I refuse to put what was responsible for all this economic progress on the chopping block. This bipartisan agreement protects the law that will help us build the best infrastructure in the world. Denmark is one of our greatest allies. Good to see you again. Welcome. No, really. And together we're working to protect those values, including standing up for the people of Ukraine against the brutal aggression of the Russians. And we've also addressing global challenges from promoting inclusive economic growth, the climate crisis. And I want to thank you again, Madam Prime Minister, for making the effort to be here. Well, welcome to the White House, the 2023 Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs not only hold the title again, they're building a dynasty. Super Bowl champs in 2020 and 2023, dominating the league with 64 wins in the last 5 years, the best record in the NFL. Yet somehow last summer, people still counted you guys out. But you kept the faith. You overcame injuries, dominating the regular season, 14-3. Folks, congratulations to the Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs. Today, I'm here with my cabinet, continuing to focus on getting the job done for the American people and continuing to invest in America. Invest in America is more than just a slogan. We're investing in the American people, in our infrastructure, our manufacturing. We're investing in jobs in almost every community across the country. And for the first time in a long time, America is actually investing in itself.
Mr. President, how are you? Great to see you.
Prime Minister Churchill and Roosevelt met here a little over 70 years ago, and they asserted that the strength of the partnership between Great Britain and the United States was the strength of the free world. I still think there's truth to that assertion. As NATO allies, we're working together to help provide the collective defense. I hope we're going to discuss today plans to further strengthen our economic relationship. And the global economy is undergoing, I think, the greatest transformation that's occurred since the Industrial Revolution.
And as you said, it's daunting to think of the conversations that our predecessors had in this room. But one thing I know won't change, I'm confident won't change, is the strength of our partnership, our friendship. And we will put our values front and center, as we've always done, to deliver for the British and American people.
We don't have a closer ally than Great Britain, and we're delighted you're here.
We are truly honored to have y'all here today.
We're honored to be here, man. You kidding?
Of all the places y'all chose us, we are extremely thankful for y'all.
This new executive order establishes the most comprehensive set of administrative actions in our nation's history to support the economic security of military families, veterans, spouses, caregivers, and survivors. It's now the law.
Such an honor to be here with all of you and to see so many of our friends celebrating you, America's LGBTQ families.
I want to send a message to the entire community, especially to transgender children. You are loved. You are heard. You are understood. And you belong. Your president, my entire administration, has your back.
We have 47 teams representing 19 sports and all 3 NCAA divisions. You know, all of you, what it means to commit and to persevere. You are leaders. You are role models. And of course, you are champions.
So pleased to be able to have this celebration on the South Lawn on Juneteenth. It's important to show the country all our stories. That's why we're honored to host you. The first ever public screening of a film focused on the Hispanic community in the White House, the People's House, your house. When I think about tonight's movie, I think about courage. So many of you, your ancestors, left behind all that they knew to start a new life in the United States. A nation that's more than just a place. That's why it's fitting we host this screening during Immigrant Heritage Month. That's what this is. Today's important for another reason. It marks the 11th anniversary of DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, one of the proudest accomplishments of the Obama-Biden administration. This has transformed the lives of hundreds of thousands of dreamers who were brought here as children, who only know America as their home, who make invaluable contributions to our nation. Opportunity. It's a cornerstone of our democracy and the American dream. And as you'll see in the film, that's exactly what the Hispanic community embodies: opportunity and courage. I don't know how many times I met with people at events in the country who shake my hand and say, "I'm worried. There's been another shooting not far from where I live. I'm scared to send my kid to school." It's had a profound impact. And some people in this room have turned your pain into purpose. I suspect all of you have. Your loss into determination, and your anger, justifiable anger, into a deep-seated commitment. You're the reason why I'm so optimistic about the future of this country, and that's not hyperbole. That's a fact. We will ban assault weapons in this country. We will ban multi-round magazines. We will hold gun makers liable. We will beat the gun industry. Folks, the impacts we're seeing in climate change are only going to get more frequent and more ferocious and more costly. Last year alone, natural disasters in America caused $165 billion in damage, just last year alone. But the worsening impacts are not inevitable. Building on our incredible effort locally, My administration is doing all we can to help recover and build. It's all part of my Invest in America agenda. It starts with the most significant climate investment law ever, anywhere in the history of the world. $368 billion in clean energy development, environmental justice, conservation, and so much more. We will cut 1 billion tons of carbon emission a year, create millions of good-paying jobs. It's already attracting billions of dollars in the private sector. We're taking the most aggressive climate action ever. Prime Minister Modi, welcome back to the White House. I've long believed that the relationship between the United States and India will be one of the defining relationships of the 21st century. Two proud nations whose love of freedom secured our independence, bound by the same words in our Constitution. First three words, we the people. Indians and Americans are both peoples who innovate and create, turn obstacles into opportunities, who find strength in community and family, and who cherish freedom and celebrate the democratic values of universal human rights, which face challenges around the world and in each of our countries, but which remain so vital to the success of each of our nations. Press freedom, religious freedom, tolerance, diversity. The friendship between our nations is only going to grow as we face the future together. Ready? For around 24 million Americans across this country, there's no high-speed internet. And for millions more, the internet connection is limited or unreliable. High-speed internet isn't a luxury anymore, it's become an absolute necessity. Under Bidenomics, we've already had over $490 billion in private investment commitments. $490 billion from U.S. companies and companies around the world coming to the United States of America. Working with our global partners, Americans' investments in clean energy technology are going to reduce carbon emissions, continue to lower the cost of wind. You talked about the wind farm you're talking about. You know, it's already cheaper. Wind and solar are already significantly cheaper than coal and oil. You're not going to see anybody building a new coal-fired plant in America. Not just because I'd like to pass a law to say that. It's too expensive. It doesn't work anymore. Solar power is not just here, but around the world. And we used to be the center of building these solar panels. We're coming back and doing it again. America's going to lead again. Look, it's a win for the United States and a win for the world. I know who student loan borrowers are in this country. So do all you. The couple putting off having a child until they can find their way to deal with their debt. That's who they are. Putting off buying their first home until they can get out from under student loans. Hope on the horizon, thanks to relief that I planned last year. Today's court decision snatched it away from them. I get it. But today's decision has closed one path. Now we're going to pursue another. I'm never going to stop fighting for you. We'll use every tool at our disposal to get you the student debt relief you need and reach your dreams.